Hello everybody, this is the Hebrew Jamaican Coolie back again with another video. Getting ready to head off to work, on my way to work right now. So I just thought I'd do a video. I'm a little bit angry again. I just got the new business cards from Vistaprint and it's still having the same issues in which certain numbers and certain things, the dash is still missing from the card. I don't know what I need to go call Vistaprint and just tell them that I want a full refund. I want to call Vistaprint and tell them that, listen, I need a full refund. It don't make no sense. You understand what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. Anyway, I'm still gonna move forward. As soon as the check clears, I'm gonna be buying one more equipment. Then I'm going to be going into schools. Then I'm going to just like move forward with the whole thing. It's kind of surprising right now that my hair is laying fat, but I think it's because of the weather. Usually when it comes around this time, the hair is more manageable. My hair is like, it's much easier to like style and do whatever with it than whether, when it's in the last part of summer and winter, my hair is easier to puff up. So I guess that's Yah's way of telling me that, when it's this time, your hair will puff up and it will keep your head a little bit more warm. Anyhow, you can see that it's kind of raining and stuff like that right now. It's raining. Yeah. Anywho, here's what's going on right now. Last night, one of my co-workers approached me and she was a little bit, kind of concerned. Yeah, that's the word I want to use. Concerned. She was concerned about, the whole cyber attack that happened to Facebook and Instagram. And, you people have been hearing me talk about cyber attacks a lot. You may not see all my videos on it because some of you just... I don't know. Some of you ignore, some of you don't support the content, but that's okay. I still have diehard fans, whether it's one or two. I don't care. I'll still continue to make my content. But but anyway, she was concerned about the cyber attack that happened on Facebook and Instagram and whatever. And I made a video last night, but I didn't even realize I didn't publish that video. I didn't realize I didn't publish the video because I was talking about it and her last night, so I had to redo this video. So here's my take on it right now. You see, what is happening right now pales in comparison to what can actually happen. You understand? It pales in comparison to what is to actually come. And the reason I say this is America's enemies, right? America's enemies. They are basically they are testing the waters to see what damage they can do to America's infrastructure, doing the bare minimum of attacks. So you see all of these little cyber attacks here and there, that's them just collecting data on what their little things can do by doing the bare minimum to the infrastructure, to the system. Now, I want to basically even break it down a little bit more so people can, I want to do it in a layman's way so you can understand. I'm going to speak plainly. If I have a computer and my best friend has a computer and I basically just like, and I basically use a virus to attack his computer, but I was only able to shut down his speakers, right? And that's a level 1 virus that I used, right? That's the bare minimum. I was able to inconvenience him by shutting down his speakers. Now, watch this. if I basically send a level 2 or a level 1.5 virus, let's say 1.5, to still keep it in a range of minimum work, right? Just to test the damage of what I'm capable of doing. If I send him a level 1.5 virus, and that virus is able to basically wipe off of his desktop 4 major apps that he's using, or 4 major icons. Let's say his Word documents, his Facebook app, or whatever app he has on his laptop, right? Then that gives me the data that the level 1.5 virus is able to do this kind. The level 1.5 virus is able to do this type of damage. Do you understand? Are you with me so far, my friends? Now, if I basically say, all right, if the level 1.5 virus is able to do this type of damage, why don't I just send out 2 level 1.5 viruses into his computer and see what else could be done? And then I do that. Remember, we haven't even gotten to level 2 yet, right? We haven't even gotten to our level 2 virus. And the level 1.5 virus basically takes away speakers, takes away his mic, takes away the major apps that he's using, and takes away his internet in the same breath. We don't know what else or what other damage the 2 level 1.5 viruses did. All we know is that the major components of the computer has been taken out. Do you understand what I'm saying? So right now, this is what is actually happening to America right now. They're not doing anything major. Reason being is that they're collecting data from the damage that they're doing, from doing the bare minimum to America's infrastructure, right? They're trying to figure out how can we cripple America by doing the bare minimum on our side, so that we don't overuse our resources, so that when the time comes to really and truly use those resources, we will have them. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right, I'm glad you guys are with me so far. I'm glad you're understanding what I am saying. You see me? All right, now, why do I say that these cyber attacks are data driven? Well, they are really and truly data driven, because if you see from what's happening, these cyber attacks aren't major. Why do I say they aren't major? Well, because they're not taking down any serious infrastructure. They're just inconveniencing people from here to there from time to time whenever it happens. You understand? Okay, like the bank attacks. You get inconvenienced for a day or 2, but the banks become up and running again after a certain amount of days, or a day or 2, or a couple of hours. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then now the telecommunications, internet was not down. You understand that last time internet was not down, so you're still able to have the use and the communication via the internet, via the phone networks. You're still able to use Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, YouTube. You're still able to use other media. So it is not a major cyber attack, but it is still a cyber attack nonetheless. It's still a cyber attack nonetheless. So the worst is yet to come. I've been saying this. And those of you who believe that we're going to go back to a state of normal, you are kidding yourself. There is no state of normal to go back to. And I've been saying this for days now. For the past couple of days, I've been saying this. It's only going to get worse. The political divide is happening, and it's even worse than usual. The racial divide is happening once more. There's an uprise in racial attacks, whether it be covert, subtle, or straight out blunt. It's happening, right? And the divide is happening. Everybody is drawing their line in the sand, and they're standing by their side. All right, everybody's actually knowing where people stand, and that's a good thing too as well, because when the time comes, you're going to need to know where people stand. You're going to need to know where people stand, because if you don't know where people stand, that's a dangerous thing for you, because they can come out and stab you in the back and seriously hurt you, right? Anyway, back to my co-worker. So my co-worker, you know, I was explaining the situation and stuff like that, and I was telling her, listen, here's my suggestion. Start preparing. And by the way, this co-worker is not black. She's white. And then she was like saying something to me, is that, oh, you and my boyfriend would get along so well because these are the things that he talks about. And I said, well, you know, it is what it is at this point. But here's my suggestion to you and your man. Prepare yourself for a long haul, because in the long run, when the system breaks down, you will not be able to depend on law enforcement. And I don't know if at that point in time, especially black people, will be able to trust them either. At that point in time, when the system has completely collapsed, I'm talking monetarily, I'm talking infrastructure wise. If that system, or when that system goes down, you will only be able to trust a certain set of people, and you will only be able to trust them as far as you can throw them, which is not very far. Do you understand what I am saying? The time is coming, people, and the time is practically upon us. You need to make preparations. Get your horse. Get your horse in order. Get your house in order. Get your house in order and prepare yourselves. The time is upon us. Many people are warning, but lots of us not listening. So, I tell you one thing. If you see me when the time comes, don't come near me. Alright? I'm not the type of person to trust people anymore. I used to be very naive. I'm not naive anymore. So just understand this. I am not going to trust you. You could come with open hands and all them things there. I am not going to trust you. I told my co-worker last night, the writing is on the wall. And if you don't read it, it's going to be your fault. But the writing is definitely on the wall. Anyway, this is the Hebrew Jamaican Coolie. Peace. I am out.